This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Hello and welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. This is the 3rd division game between Ragnar and Napoleon. Ragnar is number 11 with 7 points in 1-1-3 form. Napoleon is number 7 with 10 points and in 3-1-1 form. Ragnar lost round 8 and he has no wins in his last 4 games. Napoleon, he drew round 8 and is undefeated in his last 3. Napoleon, clearly in better form. Is this going to be important? Let's see if Ragnar can overcome the odds here. This is the starting position. Resource bubbles on. This is Ragnar. We see the starting continent is a small one. Ragnar is here next to a river, and there is rice, there is copper, and there is more rice up here. Some jungle tiles and some forests as well. Starting position of Napoleon then is a little bit up north here, next to a river, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4 stone resources, 1 sheep, there is a rice, there is sugar, there is also some copper over here, but with all of these stones he is probably going to be able to build a lot of stuff, isn't he? Well, let's see what happens, shall we? Ragnar, here you are. Let's get the resource bubbles off and start the game. Ragnar of the Vikings versus Napoleon of France in game 9 in the 3rd division. 1 city each, different religions. Napoleon is cautious. Napoleon first to 2 cities. It's a very small continent, it's very important to get your cities out quickly, and now Ragnar got his 3rd city, Napoleon as well. Ragnar built it up the coast, on the east coast there. Let's see if he can do. There is access to that continent, that is, you see all the way to the west, the northwest, that is accessible before astronomy. So let's see, we have the war, by the way. There is a war ongoing already. There we have 4 cities each, Napoleon 5 cities, Ragnar is down to 3 cities. Ragnar has lost a city in war. Napoleon is getting wars, getting cities in the war. Now Napoleon 6 cities, Ragnar 4. Ragnar is up to 5. Napoleon 6, Ragnar 5. We still have the war going. Ragnar was down to 3 cities for a moment there, but now it's up to 5. Napoleon is on 7. Ragnar is a little bit stronger than Napoleon, but 5 cities to 7 now. Ragnar 5, Napoleon 7, Napoleon. Ragnar is still stronger, Napoleon is still bigger. 7 cities still Napoleon, Ragnar on 5. What's going to happen now for the rest of this war? Ragnar is going feudalism, Napoleon is going metal casting. They are now equal in strength and Ragnar is falling behind in strength. Ragnar has lost the cities down to 4 cities. And now it's down to 0.8 the strength of Napoleon. Napoleon looks like he is going to win this war. And 4 cities now for Ragnar, 8 for Napoleon. And Ragnar is dropped down to 0.7, 0.8 the strength of Napoleon now. Up to 0.9 again. 4 cities for Ragnar then. 4 cities still for Ragnar, he hasn't lost more. That is at least good, but we have the peace treaty. And 4 cities Ragnar, 8 cities Napoleon. This war was an enormous victory for Napoleon, and we have the next war again. Ragnar with 5 cities now, Napoleon 8. Ragnar on 5, Napoleon 8. Ragnar is going towards machinery, the same as Napoleon. 5 cities Ragnar, 8 cities Napoleon. The French is still ahead, but Ragnar is getting machinery first, so that could help him a little bit. Turn 241, and we have the next peace treaty, and Ragnar goes engineering with 5 cities towards Napoleon's 8. Napoleon is also going engineering now, and they are going to get it approximately at the same time, I think. Ragnar may be a few turns ahead, but not by much, and we have the next war already. 8 cities Napoleon, 5 cities Ragnar. And Ragnar is a little bit weaker than Napoleon. Napoleon has more cities, so he can build more units, and that's what he's doing, I believe. Ragnar got his currency, and we have the next peace treaty signed, and Ragnar going for the calendar, and then guilds. Napoleon still got the engineering there and going paper next. Ragnar going guilds though. We have the next war, of course. We have the war as soon as the peace treaty is up, then we have the next war. Ragnar going for banking now. Napoleon 8 cities, Ragnar 5 cities. Who can take a city in this war? Ragnar going compass now, Napoleon going guilds as well. Ragnar 0.9 the strength of Napoleon, which means that he is a little bit weaker and Napoleon is a little bit stronger. 8 cities, Napoleon, 5 cities, Ragnar, turn 291. I am convinced that this is at least not going to be a space race victory, because their technology tech pace must be very slow. Ragnar is trying to go for gunpowder now. 5 cities, Napoleon is on compass. 5 cities still for Ragnar, 8 for Napoleon. That hasn't changed in a bit. 6 cities Ragnar now. Ragnar is up to 6. He has captured a city. Napoleon 7, Ragnar 6. Ragnar is on chemistry. They are equal in strength. And 6 cities Ragnar. Ragnar goes for chemistry. Napoleon is on education. The question now, and now Ragnar lost the city again down to 5, Napoleon 8, Ragnar 5. Education next for Napoleon, Ragnar is going military science. And we have the peace treaty with Napoleon 8 cities, Ragnar 5 cities. We are at turn 326. If Ragnar only could have made it peace while he had 6 and Napoleon 7 cities, this could have been the turning point. But it hasn't been. I still think Napoleon is the favorite to win this game. Ragnar, and there we see Ragnar is settling a city down there on that island for 6 city. Napoleon has 8, but now Ragnar, both of them are going towards nationalism. Who is going to settle the new world first? And who is going to be best at expanding into the new world? Well, we do have the war anyway. Napoleon is going astronomy right now with 8 cities to Ragnar 6. Ragnar is going printing press. Ragnar is a little bit stronger than Napoleon now, and now it's 7-7 in cities. Ragnar is up to 7 cities. Napoleon, are you losing this war now? 7 cities each at the moment. Ragnar is up to 7. He captured a city from France. And they are equal in strength. Ragnar goes rifling and Napoleon goes constitution. Ragnar is 10 turns away from rifling, 7 cities each now, and we do have the peace treaty, which means that Ragnar is going to get his riflemen out before the next war. And Ragnar with 7 cities, and Napoleon is going corporations. And Ragnar is going towards military tradition. He is going to spend a lot of time, but he is getting some money to upgrade units. And he's 6 cities. There was probably a city. Sorry. Napoleon has gone to the continent down there. We have the next war. 10 cities Napoleon, 6 cities Ragnar. Napoleon has settled a couple of cities overseas now, but he's down to 9 cities. Ragnar with 7. Ragnar is 1.6 times the strongest Napoleon now, but he is behind in cities. Napoleon with 10 cities, Ragnar with 7. Ragnar 1.4 times the strongest Napoleon, going for liberalism. Napoleon goes for chemistry. But Ragnar on 7 cities and Napoleon on 10. Napoleon is settling the new world though. This could be interesting. What's going to happen for the rest of this war now? Ragnar goes for scientific method while Napoleon is on military science. And we do have the peace. Ragnar on 7 cities and Napoleon on 10, which means that Napoleon can spend the next 10 turns expanding into the new world. And if he does that by settling more cities, he could grow strong enough to actually take over this game. Now Ragnar is also settling cities in the new world, as we see there on the minimap. He has 8 cities now. Napoleon on 11. Napoleon on 11 and Ragnar on 8 at the moment. Let's see what happens now. We are at turn 425. It's 74 turns left of the game. The game is almost over, in other words. Napoleon is going rifling now with 11 to 9 cities. Ragnar is going economics. And 9 cities Ragnar, 11 cities Napoleon. We have 65 turns left of the game. Napoleon goes liberalism while Ragnar is getting his economics up. And he has 10 cities, Napoleon now 12, Ragnar 10, and Napoleon goes corporation while Ragnar goes corporation while Napoleon is on scientific method. Ragnar is now a little bit weaker than Napoleon again. Napoleon on 13 cities, Ragnar on 10, Napoleon goes scientific method. Ragnar is going steel, steam power next for Napoleon. We do have the next war now. There is a war going on. 14 cities Napoleon, 10 cities Ragnar. We have 49 turns left of the game. If anyone is going to win, it must be conquest, because I don't think that they can settle the rest of the map quickly enough to make it domination. 15 cities Napoleon, 10 cities Ragnar. Ragnar is getting steel in 4. Napoleon is going for assembly line. 16 cities, Napoleon 10 cities. Ragnar, this has been some game. It has been war-ridden all way, all from the early dates. 16 cities Napoleon with 33 turns left. So Napoleon is the bigger leader. He has expanded better into the new world, but he hasn't been able to break Ragnar. Ragnar now 0.9 the strength of Napoleon with 11 cities now. Napoleon with 17, Ragnar with 11, and Ragnar is down to 0.7 the strength. Napoleon, are you going to grow stronger? But you only have 20 turns left if you want to win this game, and Ragnar still has 11 cities left. I don't think Napoleon can make that. Ragnar down to 0.6 the strength. Napoleon must be winning the battles, and we have a peace treaty with 16 turns left, and that means this game is going to end up in a draw, because I don't think that any of those two leaders now can manage to win conquest, and I don't think that Napoleon can expand fast enough to win domination, even though he could try it. If he just had 50 more turns, he could try it. Ragnar down to 0.6 the strength of Napoleon, with his 11 cities getting railroads now going combustion. 17 cities Napoleon, 11 cities Ragnar. Not that much difference in strength, but now there is the next war. This is going to end the game, and it's one turn left, and we have the draw confirmed. And there it is, turn 500, 2080 AD. And Napoleon was the biggest one, he had most score, but this game ended in a draw. They fought each other all game and they never managed to get an advantage over the other. Napoleon was a little bit bigger, but he couldn't make it count. 1 point each. There were 9 wars declared in this game. Ragnar declared 5, Napoleon 4. Ragnar did win twice, and it was a standoff 3 times for the wars he declared. City captures were 4-2, 1-0, and then 3 times 0-0. Napoleon, he had 1 stalemate, 2 defeats, and 1 standoff. He didn't win any of the 4 wars he declared. City captures were 1-1 for the first one, the stalemate, then 0-1, 0-1, and 0-0. Also, Napoleon has set another late record. He incorporated Mining Inc. in 2078. That's on turn 498. That is the latest anyone has ever incorporated Mining Inc. Here we have the graphs, and we see Napoleon is the one that is dark blue, Ragnar is the one that is light. This is the score with Napoleon number 1. GNP is even, Napoleon number 1 towards the end. Production is even, Napoleon is number 1 towards the end. Food, Napoleon was number 1 most of the game. Power, it fluctuates, sometimes it's Ragnar, sometimes it's Napoleon, and Napoleon was number 1 towards the end. Culture is pretty even, but Napoleon with a slight edge, and espionage, that was Ragnar number 1. Let's go to the demographics then and see Ragnar's numbers here to the left, Napoleon's to the right, almost 17.9 million population, while Ragnar only had almost 4.9. Well, he had a little bit more than 4.9, almost 5 million. And we see the numbers on the screen. Let's go to the top 6 cities and wonders. 3 wonders in the BC era, Stonehenge, Great Wall and the Pyramids, the rest in the ADs, and we see that Napoleon had the number 1 city, Ragnar the 2nd and 3rd, Napoleon the 4th, Ragnar the 5th and Napoleon the 6th. Statistics then. Ragnar, 11 cities built, 1 religion founded, 2 golden ages currently on 18 windmills, 10 farms and 10 forest preserves. He did build in the cities 11 barracks, 10 granaries, 9 forges and trading posts. 2 observatories are there. Let's go page down and see the list. Christian temple at the bottom there. Let's go page down again. And 1 Christian monastery completes the list of buildings he built in his cities. Current units stand for Ragnar: 32 riflemen, 13 grenadiers, 12 galleons, down to 1 caravel. He trained a total of 44 grenadiers, 32 axemen, 25 riflemen, 5 cannons. Let's go page down and see 1 warrior completing the list of units trained. The kills then: 35 catapults, 34 longbowmen, 30 macemen, down to 2 warriors. The losses were 40 grenadiers, 22 axemen, 18 riflemen, and down to 2 settlers. Let's go take a look at Napoleon's numbers then. He founded 18 cities, 6 religions, 2 golden ages, currently on 35 windmills, 29 towns and 20 lumber mills he built in his cities. 19 granaries, 14 forges, 12 lighthouses and barracks, 2 Christian monasteries is there. Let's go page down and see that the Jewish synagogue is the last building on the list. Go back to the top and go to current units for Napoleon, and 69 infantry, 17 workers and 5 cannons and a great spy. He trained a total of 47 archers, 42 catapults, 38 workboats, down to 4 Jewish missionaries. Let's go page down. And last item on the list is 1 Buddhist missionary. Let's go and confirm the kills. Let's go to the top. 40 grenadiers, 22 axemen, 18 riflemen, down to 2 settlers, and the losses were 35 catapults, 34 longbowmen, 30 macemen, and down to 2 warriors. So this game ended in a draw. Let's go take a look at the victory condition screen then. Here we see that nobody was close to a domination victory. Napoleon, 42% of the land area, was closest. Nobody was close to culture either, even though at least High Taboo had over 10,000 points, while Chargers had 6,800 something. Napoleon built the Apostolic Palace, nobody built the United Nations. Apollo program was not built by anyone. Let's go take a look at the cities. Ragnar had 12 of them once the game ended. Let's sort by population. Nidaros, Uppsala, Marseille we see here. And we see building grenadiers, some ships of the line and stuff like that. You can just pause the video if you want to take a closer look. I'm going to go to Napoleon and check his cities. He has 17 of them. Napoleon of the French, he has 17 cities. Let's sort by population. See Tours and Dijon at 17 pops, Paris and Orléans with 16. Building infantries and a couple of factories as well, as you can see. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. Ragnar is number 12 in the table then with 8 points, negative 16 score turn difference. Napoleon is number 6 with 11 points and a positive 13 score difference. He is currently then in the playoffs, just getting up above Montezuma, as you can see. Next game up is Augustus Caesar versus Isabella. That is in the second division tomorrow. That is the next league game up, that is. We are also going to be reminded that there is a first qualifying round Noble Leaders Cup game a little bit later today. I am Kjotleik. This has been the Noble Leaders League. I hope to see you back next game.